All right, let's be real. Not all your Bible journaling entries are going to be awesome, age well, and look beautiful forever. I know most new Bible journalers are not going to want to hear it, but that's why I think it's important to break the stigma and show you my mess ups and fix them right here on camera. Let's begin. A few years back, we Bible journaled together Ephesians 6, the armor of God, and those pages have not aged well. I love the fact that I did the window method. I love doing those windows where you can like see through them and take notes on both sides. It's really cool. And I love the brown paper and the way that it looks when a Bible is closed, sticking off the edges. It's so cool. But the tape that I used was like cheap dollar store craft tape. And I think I honestly just didn't tape it in like well, because it was one of the first sheets I like taped in to my Bible. And so it just slowly has come out over time. I did the Ephesians course last fall where I was taking so many in-depth notes. And then I just finished another study going through Ephesians, and the notes are just kind of like all over the place. They feel very disorganized and the pages have fallen out, as you can see. It's just, it all needs to be fixed. All right, so here is the plan. We have notes on this side and obviously notes here and here. No notes on this side. So I'm thinking I can just take this out and transfer all the notes onto here, add paper, etc. This is a huge misconception with Bible journaling that I hear all the time. People are like, aren't you afraid of messing up your Bible? But for the most part, unless you're taking tiny little notes like in between the lines of like the Bible words, you can basically cut anything else out, add paper in, replace the paper, etc. So any notes that I take on like the blank pieces of paper in my Bible, because if you guys don't know, my Bible has every other page is blank. It's called an interleaved Bible. They're really hard to come by, but they're really great. So like any notes I take on those blank pieces of paper, in theory, I could just cut out and replace and rewrite everything smaller or different. And that's kind of my method today. So obviously this page is completely out already. So that's easy. All I have to do is transfer these notes onto here in my Bible or onto some paper that I add into my Bible. And then this other piece of paper is like almost out. Can y'all see that? It's like peeling. It's so close. Let's see. I think if I'm just super gentle, oh, yeah, it is coming off. And I think actually, yeah, this is new tape that I put on more recently because originally all the tape fell off on this one. So then I retaped it back in. And you can see some of the arrows are getting messed up, but I can always redraw arrows. Those are actually pretty easy to do. I just don't want to rip my Bible page. That's the scary part. So now all I have to do is connect those two dots. That's doable. All right, and then there's some tape here. This is newer tape. This is the old tape. Ooh, that was easy, scarily easy. And then this is newer tape that I put on to repair it a couple months ago, but you can see some of the words I'm gonna rip off as I rip off this tape, and that's okay. Again, I can rewrite it. So scary. If I rip my Bible page, it's bad news bears. Ooh, it looks like some of my Bible page is actually coming off. Honestly though, if you rip your Bible page, it's not the end of the world. It's just a nuisance. Here we go. Last little bit of tape. Okay, so now I got all the notes completely removed, and some of the repairs are gonna be really easy. So like, what was this word? Yeah, some of the word got ripped off. Emphasis on temporal. So this said emphasis on temporal. I can just write that down. On temporal. Okay, emphasis is on the temporary temporal stuff. Okay, cool. So that was an easy fix. Done. There's this arrow over here, which again is an easy fix. Easy peasy. There's this purple arrow. I'm just gonna make better. So that was easy. And then there's obviously these arrows up here. These ones that got like, there's nowhere that the notes lead because I ripped off the notes. So they're here and here and here. So the question now is, do I want to try and fit them on here or just go ahead and add another piece of paper? I think, so you know what? I'm going to add another piece of paper here, and that's mostly because I always want to work long term. So what's the best way to make it so that there's more room to add notes in the future, there's more readability to my notes in the future, etc. And if I don't add a separate piece of paper today that gives me some extra room to grow into, then I'm like cutting the life short on this page of my Bible. I need to add more space. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use that cute little paper that we picked up in my recent Bible journaling supplies haul shop with me video. It's super cute. It's from our friend Jim Holtz. No, it actually is Tim, but it looks like a Jim. So That's my inside joke now. I'm just gonna keep calling him Jim because it's kind of hilarious, but not to his face. If you follow him on social media or something, don't tell him that I keep calling him Jim, okay? Anyway, so they're these cute, they call them like wallpaper. This is for like junk journaling and stuff. I have been really enjoying it. Let me show you. This is my prayer journaling from yesterday actually, and I won't show you the words, but I'll show you the entry. Look how cute it turned out. Isn't that adorable? And that's all Jim Holtz's stuff. So yeah, I like, this is like just such beautiful paper, but let's use, I'm really vibing with this blue. I feel like my grandma actually had this wallpaper in her house for reals, guys. For real. So we'll use this one. And like always, or like most of the time, I'm gonna use this document tape. And I kept telling you guys, like, don't take it out of the box because I did that and it's kind of annoying that it does this unraveling. But honestly, I've been trying to keep it in the box for the last couple months since I've had my new roll. And it's just, the box is not well made. The box does not do its job. So I ended up taking it out of the box again. By the way, this tape that I'm using, the document tape, will be linked down below in the description box. Let me show you what I'm thinking through. So I have added notes in this way before. I've added notes in this way before, this way. I could add them right here, right here. Y'all see I already have these flaps from my Ephesians course. So I think I will add it here just because these notes already open this way. I'll open this one here. So I just cut the tape to the right length and use the tape half on my Bible page, half on the extra page, and I double tape it on both sides. Okay, don't be like me and tape your tape in where it's not sideways. That's gonna bug me how skinny it is up here and how thick it is up here. Don't be like me. Do better than me. All right, so now we have all this extra space where I can draw the arrows that started all the way over here and carry them all the way over here. Now, I said this in a recent video that I'll have linked at the end of this video on how I take my Bible notes. But I said, like, whenever you add paper, you're working with space for notes, always go to the farthest corner and start there. That way you can work in. Because if you're drawing arrows to boxes like I do, it's just gonna be so hard if you fill in this space and then you're trying to go to this extra space, which is ultimately why I added this paper in here, is because you do want to work far and in. It's just so much easier to add notes here, 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 here than it is to add notes here, if that makes sense. All right, a couple tips right now is I'm going to use a ruler to draw a really long arrow across the page. So that's something that I wish I'd done sooner. And then also, because my Bible is so thick, I typically have to prop some kind of other random book underneath to make it lay flat so I can use a ruler. So just a couple things there that I wanted to mention. I don't know if you guys can see it super well, but I did draw this replacement arrow because remember, this note over here led to some notes that I ripped out. So I have to draw a new arrow to a new spot. And I've drawn it here. I'm not going to draw it all the way down yet because I don't know how tall it's gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and start writing it down here, and then as the shape forms of those notes, then the last thing I'll do is draw the arrow. Friends, this is why you don't draw the arrow first. This happens all the time when I draw the arrow first. It's just never in the right placement. Now, I do have to say, matching the colors, like this is a gel highlighter that I used and I was able to match it here. But like matching this color is gonna be hard because this is like a random blue highlighter. No, I don't know which one it is. I guess it's this one, okay. should also note I used one of my Patreon stickers. These go out to my Patreons every month. They vote on a theme. They're so cute. It reads, "Don't miss this." I did put this already on here last Sunday sitting in church. I actually put my stickers in the back of my Bible in this envelope so I can take them with me whenever I want to use them on the go. So this one I put in there last Sunday, and I wanted to write this note. Prayer is the battleground on this note. All right, friends, we did it. We wrote down the notes and summarized them, wrote super small, and now we have a ton of space for growth in the future. Now, I don't still have that cute ripped brown paper bag look, so I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments of how I could still add this look into my notes without actually using brown paper bags, because I think the textured bag is why it didn't stay in my Bible for super long and why it was so hard to tape in. But that's just a theory, along with cheap tape. So give me your thoughts in the comments. But if you guys want to hear more about my note-taking system and how I make my notes work in my Bible, check out this playlist right here. It's got the video I mentioned earlier, as well as so many more videos of inspiration. You're not going to want to miss this playlist. I've made it just for you. I'll see you guys there. Bye, guys.